welcome back to the 2D4 actual play D&D podcast. I keep saying podcast. I don't know why. It's because these fuckers keep not writing me a script. I'm gonna go off with this every damn time. Alright. I'm the host and DM. I am David. I'm here with my friends Daniel.
I'm Oxus the Leonin fighter. Yeah.
Connor.
I am playing Mihongo, the half-elf swashbuckler rogue lore bard. Am I a lore bard? I'm not a lore bard yet. Bard.
Yeah.
Don't give yourself too much credit yet.
I'm the half elf Circle of Spores druid.
She's the wood elf.
You're a wood elf.
Wood elf.
You're
right.
You're not a monster like those half elves.
The corruption.
Not bad. Completely forgot.
Come
Okay,
on,
bye.
you're racist towards the half elves.
I forgot.
And her name is...
Oh, Mycena. Yeah, right. Sorry, my bad, Gene. Mushroom. Okay.
And our actual host for the evening, the one running this whole operation, Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I'm playing Kire, the Harengon Path of the Beast Barbarian.
Alright, we are down one player. Our friend Noah, the playing Moon, the Tabaxi sorcerer, will not be able to make it tonight. We are going to press on without him.
Was he gone our last section?
No.
No, Mycena was gone our last session. It's just a finishing up a travel session to get to the next city, so I don't feel too bad about leaving him behind on this. Obviously, I'm gonna Jaeger him and drag him along with us, but alright. Beginning where we left off, y'all had found the crossroads up north to the I'm trying to move the map. Y'all had found the crossroads up north that leads to Gitfelstadt. You'd found the small town that's literally just one main street of Valentine to shelter you from the absolute near-apocalyptic snowstorm that is happening around you.
It happened.
Oh yeah. It's still currently happening. We haven't rolled for the weather to see if it's changed. We had last left off that the rest of you had walked into the inn to find Mycena bundled up in all of the wolf furs in front of the fireplace, attempting to melt off all of the ice.
Kire is also completely frozen with 2 levels of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
What time of the day did we pull up to the town? Later? Earlier?
Yeah, it was later. You had lost a whole day's worth of travel on the third day.
Gotcha. Well, Kira, you probably best also rest here. I don't have any magic that can help with that.
Oh, I don't plan on going anywhere right now. It's too damn cold out there.
And I too think I shall be like my domesticated brethren and sit in front of the fire.
Not gonna lie, that was actually really good.
Did we already get rooms?
I believe so.
Yeah, we did, and I went and got cold weather gear for me, and
then we all followed.
I mentioned where it was so that the rest
Yeah.
of you get some. I would probably that's right. I took some gold from Kire to get her some as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember me, Moon, and Mycena all went together, and that's when she used her druidcraft to figure out storm's really hitting tomorrow.
Yeah, I had used your spell Druidcraft, Mycena, last session because one of its effects is the ability to tell the weather for the next 24 hours.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so that allowed them to roll before the day came to figure out whether or not it would be safe to travel, and we had determined that it was going to get even worse and that they should just hunker down until some amount of thaw happens.
Okay.
So
it was going to drop, what, 22 degrees?
We were going to be reaching negative 44 degrees Fahrenheit.
What the fuck?
Just make it -40.
You mean
At
the
the point where it's
absolute,
even?
the absolute between C and F? Yeah.
Yep, that way you don't have to specify.
Fine. We'll make it 40.
Hi, welcome
Make
to
it.
Canada.
Hi, welcome to Cold. Alright. Gonna roll for the next few days. So we're gonna just obviously room and board has been paid for. You can stay here as long as you need. These guys aren't gonna upcharge you to stay here because there's a flippin' blizzard going on, and y'all are obviously gonna have to help out in any way that y'all can to make sure that the town keeps functioning, so y'all still do have a place to stay and fire to keep warm and stuff.
How kind.
So we're gonna do at minimum 3 more days pass before this even begins to change in any fashion. If y'all would like to do the roll for the weather to see what's coming, we'll let Mycena do this one. Let the weather girl do her job.
Yay!
You want to roll me a D100, please?
Woo! Oh, how do I do this? Okay, no wait, I figured it out.
We're figuring out the weather. D100, 74.
Colder, some more.
No, I edited my weather table. It was very unfair last time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was stupidly unfair. 74 is maintaining current weather. It'll stay the same for another day. Yep.
Did we had deer in the back of our cart, right?
Yes, and your cart is being taken care of along with the horses in the indoor barn stables.
Oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna occasionally go across to get some deer for Hivithburn throughout the days, so we'll probably won't have a deer by the end of the snowstorm, depending on how long it lasts.
Oh yeah.
Why is the cat just taking a raw chunk of deer?
Need not know.
To each their own.
There's a blue-eyed white that I gotta feed here. Alright.
I figured the eyes are green, but blue seems pretty cool.
Give you one more roll to see if the weather changes or gets worse, and then I'm just gonna run it from here. Weather girl, if you want to do your job again. Oh no! Ugh.
High's not good.
91 through 99. Cold climate. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Huh?
High rolls are
All right.
really good.
No, not here. If you would like, please roll me.
Don't do it. He gave us the option. Don't do it.
Roll me 4d6.
Each of us roll one.
All ones.
Sure, everybody roll a d6.
Sure. No.
Yeah, no one
No!
below 3.
I got below average.
18 degrees colder.
So we're at -60, boys.
Nearly, you're at negative 58.
There has to be a cap on this world's minimum temperature.
I think if we're out there for more than an hour, we die.
I'm gonna walk over to the bartender. So what's the record low?
You want to roll me a d100? Yeah.
It's this.
Sitting in it.
That couldn't be more perfect.
We beat it by 2 degrees, boys.
No, we're right at 58.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, negative 58.
Oh, I love it.
But you sit again for another day. This will be the the 5th day that you've been in this town, just letting this absolute horrendous level blizzard blow through everything that exists up here. It
Is there
eventually
anything that we
begins.
can do to help the people out?
That's what you're doing already.
Okay.
It's like some of you are going outside and grabbing wood from the wood stores. Some of you are. I'd imagine you and Curie have set up like your traps near around the edges of town, and like whenever you can, go out there and see whatever you've snatched up, whatever rabbits or anything else you can get. You're helping out in your own little ways, and it is helping the townsfolk very
Does the
appreciative.
general store have some hunting traps?
Absolutely.
I'll go ahead and purchase 3 more, so I have a total of 4 that I can throw around.
But even indoors with a fire going, the internal temperature of the building gets no warmer than about 40 degrees. By comparison to the, nearly 100 degree, like 98 degree negative difference, it's much better.
Yeah, it's still cold though.
It's better than the outside cold.
Hey, yeah. Okay, look at the map. Look where I'm from.
Yes, southern boy. Yes.
See, this is why I
None of-
never went north of
Only-
Almondsthorpe.
For real, the only one of you that's used to any amount of cold on this planet is the Lion Man, which makes zero sense.
I hit Almondsthorpe, tried to go north a little, found some snow, turned right around. This is awful.
I knew I should.
On the bright side, Oaksis, you think you'd be a pretty damn good hunter in all this snow.
I knew I should have learned the fire
Curie.
spell instead of the lightning one.
You want to go tracking hunting instead of trap hunting?
This will be the 6th day, the day the weather's beginning to break. If everybody wants to roll me a D10 now,
Just
We'll see
an
how-
awkward stare between the two of us.
we'll see how fast the weather breaks. I need one more D10 from the weather woman. There it is.
Yeah, so
26 degrees upward. So you go from 48 to negative, 16? Oh. 19, 21, 26. 28 turns into 14. Negative 14? Like that. It's going up. The weather is breaking. See, we're going away from the absolute freeze that you're sitting in.
I'm freaky.
And you were only here for this like short 10-minute bit of me rolling weather. You would have been absolutely despising everything that I was doing to conventional weather standards in our last session.
Big Curie.
Honestly, right now,
Pretty
I'd
big,
prefer
wasn't it?
this over the 100 and stupid outside.
And that's fair, but like every day they were traveling on the last session was another minus 22 degrees.
But I started the blizzard.
Thank you.
It's greatness. I'm gonna take everything you know about weather and I'm gonna turn it around because I know nothing.
Cool.
Here we go. The weather
So we're out of
breaks a
deer,
little bit.
guys.
Negative 16 is much easier to work in, especially with the double cold close. So if Oxus and Curie are going out to hunt, I need survival checks to see how well you do.
I'm seeing if Curie even wants to go hunting with me.
Kirei's a
Kitty.
little cold, but it's warmer than what it has been by a margin. She's feeling better from the past couple of days, so she'll join along. We're out of deer.
We're out of deer, and someone might get hungry if we don't get something.
Survival,
This
right?
is-
You're gonna be living on hardtack and dry jerky for the next few days if you don't.
or good berries.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Oxus takes like the first step off of the like trying to get first of all, trying to get out of this building at this point is difficult. Like you're so snowed in to the point that it would be easier to take like the exit from the second floor roof onto the awning to get out into the snow than it would be to try and open that door outwards.
Oh.
But Oxus takes the jump off the awning down to the snow and sinks about a good 6 feet down.
So I can't see anything. My
Carry
eyes
on the
just,
other- Carry on the other
it's
hand.
like my nose is just right above the snow.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of when the Fellowship of the Ring is traveling along the mountain pass. Everybody's stuck in the snow, and Legolas is just like walking flat foot across everything perfectly.
Well, we should
I
probably
would be
at least get out
literally-
of town first.
Buried in snow.
Like what almost happened when we were in Colorado.
Yes.
So Oaks is the only game you're going to be able to find is whatever was you're able to get in your traps, which they themselves you kind of have to like semi sort of dig out of the snow. But you managed to get the rabbits that are on all of the traps that you'd set up.
So 5 rabbits, boys.
Harry, on the other hand, you spot full-on moose. Like this type of moose that G checks a Ford F-150.
Alright. What we gonna do? Moose ain't what I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with mutant beavers. Let's throw one of my javelin / throwing harpoons at it, I suppose.
Alright, make a throw.
Whop.
Is this the actual throwing harpoons?
Yes.
Well,
Javelin. Ignore the rage damage. I probably missed anyways.
yeah, you did. but
Jump up and throw.
The throwing harpoon itself does have like a rope attached to the back of it. Like it has like a ring welded, like part of its design in the back of it where a rope could be tied into, so you could like throw it through something and then yank it back with the rope, like an actual harpoon does.
Hell yeah.
But you missed, so it now knows and is beginning to bolt. Has to be careful because it does weigh a great deal, and this is very thick snow. So I'll give you another shot as you both begin to sprint in the same direction.
Yeah, we gonna try that again. Come on, hit it! Hit it!
Oh, yeah, you hit it. Catch it right underneath the right shoulder, because you're facing like its backside as it sprints away from you. So you catch it underneath the right shoulder, and it moves forward, and it kind of like protrudes from like the front of the chest, and you're able to get the hook in and pull it in. Very hurt, like on the verge of dying, so you got to kind of like pull it in with like a dagger or something, just like put it out of its misery. But you got it.
I got
I need
moose!
I need Oxus' help to drag that thing back, though.
I'm shouting in the distance. Oxus! Oxus! Come track me, you big lion thing!
What? What?
I got a mouse! I need your help!
And I got a rabbit.
Climb
Right
it.
there. Where are you?
I'm in the snow!
Me too.
So you
Can I
both
try to sneak
you're
up on Kirei?
up on, like Bugs Bunny digging a hole underneath the snow type stuff.
Yes.
You can try, homie. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Roll that perception, Curie. So what happens is you don't like there's he rolls such a good stealth that there's barely even like a ridge that happens anywhere that he's going underneath the snow, but he's following the muffled sound of your voice just screaming for him. And you're just standing next to this kill that you have, like you've got the harpoon out of it, and it's just laying there.
I just
like,
yanked the
turning
kill underneath the
red.
snow.
That's what I'm getting to. Like the snow's just turning red, and then all of a sudden it's just like you look and like the parts of the hooves that are in the ground, the moose just goes face first into the snow and disappears.
What the
Looking this hole, and you can see standing in the hole next to the moose is Oaks is just staring up at you now.
Christ, Oxus!
I found
Christianity is
something.
canon now.
Do what?
Christianity is canon.
I found something.
Yeah, you found something. That's the moose I killed. I need your help bringing it back. I can't carry it alone.
That side.
Here, I'll trade you.
Oaksis has absolutely walked a path through the snow all the way to this place, so you can absolutely get right back to the inn with a 6-foot barrier of snow on either side of you.
Here, I'll trade you 5 rabbits for a moose.
Alright, but moose is still my kill.
The only counts is one. But no, the two of you drag it back. You have to like catty corner its head because the antlers keep getting absolutely caught on everything and shoveling the snow with you. But get the moose back to the inn, at least the porch of the inn, after you get it cleaned off and are able to skin it and gut it there.
So, you want to take the hide to the tanners, and what do you want to do with the rat?
Not rats, it is 5 rabbits.
Rack, I think is what he meant. Like the
Okay.
the horns? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got no use for it. Didn't the others say that there's some like magic-y stuff that can be done with some of the pits of the horns and stuff?
I open up the door. Hey, Mahongil!
Yes. You're letting
Can
in
you
the
do
trash.
something? Can you do something with moose horns?
Probably.
I close the door. All right, Mihongil's gonna take them.
Oaksis, if you want to roll me a history check, please.
Wow.
Yeah.
I learned.
You recall, even though this is part of your life that you tend to do your best to not, that when it came to animals with like large, extensive like antlers, horns, and the like this moose has just like giant like shovel horns, like this. It looks like big ass moose horns. That y'all would the culture that you came from would tend to try and make weapons out of like the bones and the horns and stuff like that. The size of these antlers, you could easily make like a few daggers or like a hand axe out of both of them. You get like you could either get like 2 hand axes or like 4 daggers made of pure bone.
Hey, Kure,
Oi.
have you ever made a gutting knife out of one of your kills?
Can't say that I have, no.
Well, we can do that with this one's antler.
What are we doing?
We're gonna cut up a horn into a knife so we can gut our kills.
I do try to use everything out of my kill. I've never done that before.
I show him my bone gutting knife.
Yeah.
This is what I did with mine.
Leather cord wrapped handle.
Yep.
Some runes cut along the hilt of it every now and then, whatever they might be.
The good old red stain,
Oh,
blood.
Yeah, it used to be ivory colored, no longer.
Now it's more of a pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can, could you show me how to make one of those?
Yep. Should be able to make about 2 to 3 per horn. Maybe.
I'm gonna say that Moon joins you on this, just because I think most.
But let's
spell
finish.
casters need
Let's
some
finish
form
this
of weapon.
gutting and get inside with the antlers first.
Splitting.
Cool.
Yeah,
So cold balls.
splitting the moose meat and the rabbits with the townsfolk and yourselves. I'm gonna say that you've got enough to last however long it's gonna take to thaw this place out. Whatever other hunting you want to do, whatever. everybody wants to roll me a d10 again for the next day, we'll see how well the weather goes. Whoa! Ooh. We are above freezing, boys. 18, 26, 31 degrees upwards from -14. So we're at 17 degrees. Hey! Hey!
I mean, that's if we're using Fahrenheit, that's not above freezing.
Yeah, but we're above 0.
Freezing Celsius it is.
But if we
Did you
jump
cause
up,
this
but if
storm?
let's be real, Connor. If we jumped up like 20-something degrees Celsius, 30-something degrees Celsius, there'd be some problems.
I mean, that's just a normal week in Texas,
Yeah, that's fair.
depending on the season.
Yeah.
Wasn't last Christmas, or no, not this most recent Christmas, but the one before that, wasn't it like 80 degrees?
Sounds
Yeah, I
right.
think so.
But regardless, we're above 0 now. You're not gonna get above freezing, but it's gonna make travel a lot easier. If you would like to
Hey, Mycena.
Yo, I'm sorry, I had a spoonful of cereal. Yeah?
No worries, it's early in the morning. Do you know what the weather's gonna be like tomorrow?
Warmer.
see, roll me that D100, homie.
No, she said warmer, so I'll take her word.
That allows her to figure out what the weather is going to be like, not tell me what it is. 26. Hey, we rolled low. Hey. All right, cool. All right, cool.
Be
That means
warmer.
that just means hey, everybody roll everybody roll a D6 for me.
This weather's more bipolar than Texas, man. -60 to 60.
10.
In 3
So
days.
we went from 14 to 24.
17
Yeah.
to 27.
17.
You know, I heard a
24.
rumor that these demonic perturbations are causing global warming. So
And global
I think that's
freezing.
what this is. What?
I'll get myself a bowl of cereal and sit next to her and start eating as well.
It also has something to do with the ancient dragons that tend to live around parts like this.
We don't have to blame the dragons for everything.
No, we don't have to blame the dragons, but seeing that it is a blue dragon that flies around this place, I would more think it would be akin to thunderstorms and such, not blizzards.
Wait, what? Blue
In my
blue
mind, I
dragons
just
are thunderstorms?
Blue
Blue
dragons, yes, they-
tend to be more. Their breath is like lightning.
Based.
Yes.
Ooh.
And
So we should be
ancient
seeing
dragons-
some supercells.
I hope not, but
I hope
like,
so.
Ancient dragons tend to change the environment around them. Seeing that this mountain range we are approaching is the home of an ancient blue dragon, I would expect more thunderstorms and like rainstorms than all of this blizzardy stuff. If all of the rain being brought by the blue dragon is being affected by the cold being brought by the fell tower, then snow I guess is on the menu.
Okay. So the weather's gonna be stupid random. Got it.
Yes, because this kind of weather is more akin to dragons like Heavy. An ancient.
Evie, did you cause this?
Did
Okay,
I?
next-
That would be cool.
You should learn how to control that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Roll me 2 animal handling checks. I'll give you 2. For the amount of time you've been holed up in this town.
Donk.
Oh,
Donk.
oh, successes.
Hey, Heavy likes snow. Oxus was trying to teach stalking in snow, but all we found was Bunny. And the problem was, one time I had to stop Hebe from taking the bunny we like.
Oh boy, pouncing lessons. Wait, bouncing lessons?
He was just having the time of his life, just burrowing through the snow, like a
I'll
little,
also say that
like a dolphin.
he is growing rapidly.
Alright, can you
That
get off my
nearly-
sheets so I can...
In nearly a full week that you've spent in this town, he is becoming difficult to hide.
Also, I'm not pickpocketing while here because I didn't want to get thrown out into the cold.
I would imagine not.
Ooh, that's
Smart
something I could have done. Did this town
the
have,
risk
like...
was not worth the reward.
Did this town have someone like Moon? Did they have a Moon Man?
Moon Man.
Yes, I would be interested if they have some sort of mage.
You can roll me a d20 for like a pure luck check. High is good.
Middle of the road. Oh no, Daniel got middle of the road. I got.
I mean, either you've
No
got
Moon
like
Man.
you got like somebody who's like very basic in like the druidic arts, such to the point where like anything that they could do, Cena could do like thrice over.
Okay.
They're best at like making sure that crops stay growing in this absolutely horrendous weather. They're good at making sure that everybody knows what weather's coming. They're just good at making sure that this town runs a little bit better. For what this town needs, they're perfect. I'd say over like with the weather beginning to break, over the days of it breaking, with Mycena's help, that druid and Mycena are able to clear, for the most part, clear an easier path to get back to the main road that is still somewhat well trod, with the cart in tow.
So the weather looks like it's going to hold out.
As far as you can tell, Mycena doesn't seem to be. You have like a good window before it begins to get worse again.
Well, based off of my guess, it looks good. Mycena?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Alright, then we best get going.
Looking on the
Only
maps
for a little
here-
bit though.
Oh,
Looking on,
Then
looking
What do you
on the
see?
maps.
What is it in 5 hours? What did you say?
Oh, you have a window. It's like a couple of days.
Oh, my
Yeah,
bad. Never
that's-
mind. We're good for a few days.
Yeah,
That's what the rolling was for. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
you've got
any
like
clouds or nothing.
you've got a break in the weather for a couple of days before it goes back to being stupid. As far as your cantrip druidcraft can tell.
Okay. I'm sorry. Got it.
Oxus, you and Moon are looking over like the charts and maps and stuff, and Moon just is like, well, at least judging from the maps here, if we have a good day's travel, we can avoid the snowstorm on the road altogether. We'll just get to Gifferstadt and do what we need to do.
Sounds good. Might as well start earlier rather than later. Let's go.
Indeed. Everybody bundles up in their second layer of clothing, and we begin travel. With the temperature above 0, and you're wearing double layer of warm clothing specifically, I'm not going to require a save. If it drops below 0, if y'all have a bad day's worth of travel and don't make it to Gipfelstadt, then and the weather gets worse, then I might have y'all roll. So if y'all have a good travel, then we won't need to. So since the weather is going to hold, we're not going to do a weather roll. I do need somebody to roll I think it's going to be Curie again, because she's the one that has been working the horses.
I'm the driver.
I need that survival check, and I need somebody to roll a d20 for the condition of the road.
Oh, I just remembered. Our food doesn't spoil.
Yep.
The outside is a refrigerator.
Even with the refrigerator, we don't even have to worry
And the-
about it
And the salt block.
sitting in the
Oh,
sun.
yeah, the salt block. That's right.
I have the salt block. Because I was looking at my inventory and I'm like, 3 rats, some displaced beast flank. Those are probably all bad by now. And then I see salt block at the bottom. I'm like, oh hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
So who wants some mystery
Alright.
kebabs again?
Oh no.
Alright, but it's fine. Since we're not doing a weather roll, there's no chance of it going against you, which means the weather is good. So that's one positive check already. The survival check positive. The one negative check of the road. So even though the road is getting shitty, you have a decent enough inner compass to be like, we need to head north, right? I'm just gonna go fucking forward. You're able to hold on with the weather being decent for the day. You're able to get to Gittelstadt. Now, as I said in my first description of the city, which is a while ago, so I'll re-describe it. Gipfelstadt is a city within the mountains. Like, not at the base of them, not somewhere in a valley within the mountains. It is built directly into the mountains. So you have to stop at like a little envoy place up front where you can leave the cart and the horses, be safe while you're in Gipfelstadt, but you have to take what is essentially like a mountain car, which is like, the cable car on wire that goes up to the top of a mountain. You have to take that up to the city of Gipfelstadt.
Is that similar to the one that we got at the Red Knights fort?
Yes.
This one looks much better made because of its conditions. And with
Is there a place to leave the horses and stall?
Yes, that's what I was saying. There's like a small, like another kind of the same thing that Valentine is at the base of the mountain, where the cable car station is. So you're able to like drop off the horses there. I'd say give them like another gold, and they'll watch the horses for as long as you're in the town. But before we hit the cable car, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. I am out of water and I am extremely thirsty, and I need to go get more pain meds because reasons.
I'm gonna grab a drink as well. So, quick hydration break.
We shall be right back.
Oop.
Blast
Welcome
off.
back.
Jimmy Neutron.
Sure.
DMCA. We're back. We had to take a quick break. Everybody's hydrated. Go.
Well, it would help if I actually switch back to the correct screen. There we go. Knew I was missing something.
Connor Wilcox with pie donated.
Yep.
Alright.
It's been a while
So-
since I donated that slice of pie.
Who's that day?
Horses are paid up for, so they're good to sit in the barn that's at the foot of this mountain that'll lead you up to Gipfelstadt. There's no cost on the cart on the way up, so everybody just piles in.
Is it cramped?
No. Normally, like, they expect like people to like leave en masse or
Okay.
arrive en masse.
But where do we need to go, Mihongo?
I believe we need to go to whatever just acts as a town hall or whatever here and tell whoever's in charge of the incursion.
I thought we were checking on something.
Yes, I thought that we were sent here because they had not heard back from any scouts that they had sent this way.
Ah, that is true. We need to do that as well.
So what's it look like as we're scouting this place out, David?
Well, what it looks like currently is a lot of mountains really close because you're in a little car. But as you
Okay.
look behind you and you look away from the mountains, you can see, like, as you begin to rise, the landscape spread out before you.
If you will take a look at the map, this will be the first time that most of you will actually get to see this in any form of being in person. You're high up enough that you see. I would say you could see really far, but it's not too terribly far in human distance as far as the eye can see at the horizon with no impediments is 16 miles. So, see 16, but you can see the open plain. Really.
2 squares is 80 miles.
You can see like the open plains that led you here. So,
So we can see Valentine.
make out a vague shape that might be Valentine. Alright. As you turn back to look at the mountain that you are slowly rumbling your way up, and it is slow, and it is very rumbly. It's not a very sturdy ride, but it is like, I don't think it'll break. You just think it's one of those things. It's like, it's secure, it runs just fine, it just runs a little janky. In the cart, and it's going up, and it goes. Most gnome inventions.
I think I found a new description for myself. It runs fine, it's just a little janky.
Yeah. It's most of us.
I don't run. What
But-
are you talking about?
But, Jesus Christ. I'm just yawning a lot. I don't know. You can look and see that you are approaching a receiving area. This way I can describe it personally. Okay, I'm gonna make a deep cut here. Who all has played Black Ops 3 Zombies?
Not the zombies maps themselves, just the revamped Black Ops 1 maps from Black Ops 3.
Okay.
What was the question?
If you've played Black Ops 3 Zombies.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Not 3.
I'm the only one that is contemporary video games. All of you play like indie stuff.
Yeah, I've played Black Ops 3. The campaign sucked.
Black Ops 3 is the only Call of Duty I didn't play.
There's a map called Dreisendrach, where you're in a Germanic castle, but the initial area is you arrive on a cable car the same way into a reception area that leads out. So I was trying to like give you the best description of what I wanted it to look like, but none of you have played it before. The cable car pulls in, and where you would imagine that there should be lights, torches, fires, candelabras, something going on in here, it is dead silent. There's snow drift on the entrance point. The lights are all dimmed out. There's no people in here at all. It is dead quiet.
Is there any signs that people were here at some point recently?
Were there people at the beginning of this trolley?
At the beginning, yes.
Okay. And they didn't give us any warning, alright.
They don't know.
Fair.
So just completely empty.
Is it a little building, or is it like open into a main thoroughfare?
Think of it like the cart came in up through. Jesus Christ!
If there could be a subway platform for sky-lifts.
I'm thinking like the Boiling Rock from Avatar.
Kind of. Think like this room, like is like an enclosed space, but then there's a hole. In one of the bottom corners of the room at the 90-degree angle. So where the wall meets the floor, there's this giant cutout where this car can just come up and into the room and lock in place.
Okay.
So cart is in room, secured in room. Room is empty, lights are dark.
Empty, room is quiet. There are exits to the sides of the cart that'll let you out onto the platform. You can look into the rest of this room. There is like a good 30 foot of empty space before there are small staircases on either side that lead up to an overhang that look down onto this room, and the exit door is up there and out.
Is there any visible, like, people have been here recently? Is there, like, just any signs of kind of life?
If you want to make a survival check, you may.
Ba 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 ba.
While she's doing that, I'd like to go ahead and ritually cast Unseen Servant.
Okay. You can see that there are not so much in the way of footprints as there are drag marks in the snow drifts that have made their way into this room. The snow stops at the stairs and does not reach the second platform, but on the base level where the cart locks in, the snow has been building up as there's been no stoppage and no stopgap to stop it from doing so.
I forgot, does Moon have light?
I will take a look at Moon's spells.
It's dark.
If not, I'll light a lantern or a torch, but...
Yeah, what about that daylight spell? Or
I wouldn't be able to tell you anyway.
He doesn't... Oh,
Don't
it's
have
level
access?
20.
He's
Or
on
level
D&D
20,
Beyond.
D&D Beyond, yeah. Okay, I will go ahead and use...
You have torches.
I have a hooded lantern as well.
Yeah, it works too.
And I will give it to the Unseen Servant and have it,
Just float
cast it.
around behind you.
In front.
It takes 10 minutes to ritually cast.
Yeah, but he's doing this like pretty. I would say he's
Right,
probably.
I
doing
said I was
this
going to do that
with-
while Curie was looking around this room.
You're also.
You think we're staying in the room for 10 minutes?
You're also smart enough, I would say, that to know that you can look up as you're riding up this cart that's taking a while up to see that there's no light in the direction of where you're going. I would say that Mihongo's smart enough to be like, I should probably
Okay.
make some light here if there's not any that I can see.
Yep.
So, servants out. Curie, as I said, you don't see much in the way of like actual footprints, but in the snow drifts on the base level where the cart arrives, there are scuff marks, something that you could akin to like, say somebody's like dragging their feet.
I warn you, it is slow, but it frees our hands for our weapons and whatnot.
Do what? I didn't hear that.
I was telling everybody that the unseen servant is slow, but by having it hold the lantern, it can, we have our hands for our weapons and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. 15 feet.
If you need to make a quick fire.
Here, I mean, if we need speed, there's no one around. I've learned this little nuisance, but it could be useful for right now. Unwrap my hand, and all of a sudden light starts emitting from the marking.
Like a torch.
So now we have speed as well.
It is like
It's also a pain in the butt to go to sleep with.
It is like a fluorescent white light. It's like he's unwrapping his hand, and at the point you think he should be done, there's another layer. And then about where he should be done, there's another layer. Like just to keep that thing wrapped up enough to where the light doesn't go through takes a bit.
So cramping to have that on all the time. Starts popping his knuckles.
Speaking of having something on all the time, there's a heavy dragon sitting in that backpack of yours.
Oh yeah.
I'll see if I can help you control that magic.
But now
Some other time,
Hebe,
Figured it's just
Hebe is now the size. If he's standing on all fours, and he's just like standing as he is, his neck will reach up to about, I would say, almost to your thigh, a little bit above your knee.
so does not fit in the bag anymore.
He can curl up and squeeze in with the best of them, but he's almost to the point where he can't hide no more. His wingspan now is a good 4 feet when he spreads them all the way out.
Oh, so it's not baby anymore. Well, he's still baby, but it's not small
Yeah.
baby. Oh.
They age physically very quickly, but mentally it takes a bit.
Oh, you still baby. You're still baby.
Kira, you said you saw some sort of drag marks?
Looks like drag marks, yeah. And I've already forgotten what direction you said they may have gone.
They lead towards the stairs, but like I said, since there's no snow drift on the stairs or up on the second level, that's the direction that you have, is that they head towards the stairs.
Is it
And
just
there's only
one
exit to
solid
this place.
path of drag, or is there like multiple?
There's multiple on both sides.
Okay. So as if like a bunch of people could have just walked past a bunch at a time, or if it were people just being dragged along, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, you said so it's up to a door. You said, David.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna tell the unseen servant to open the door.
Okay.
And I tell like everyone hears me say that. So
You hear the door upstairs. He can't open it.
okay.
Shall I just go kick it down?
You can try. It may be that he's too weak. It may be that it's locked.
Whoever
Let me take a
wants
look
to,
at it real quick.
whoever wants to, if you would like to make a for me, please, a perception check.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I perceive nothing.
No,
I
it is
perceive
definitely quiet
all.
up here. You hear a bunch of shuffling. Very quiet now, but it's coming from the opposite side of that door.
I'm sorry. We hear what?
Shuffling.
Shuffling.
Like, not like cards being shuffled, like feet.
Okay. I tell everyone to be quiet and sneak over to the door.
Or we could just announce we're here. We're trying to help this place out.
Yes, but if no one was here to greet us, I imagine. I don't know if this thing is friendly or not. I'm not going to attack it. I'm going to listen in and see what I can figure out.
So it's like a foot drag shuffling, right?
But I'm pretty sure it knows we're here after we just jingled on the door handle.
Fair. Then after you, by all means.
Hello, is anyone there?
The shuffling that you hear on the opposite side of the door doesn't stop. It doesn't get any faster, but it does get louder, as you can imagine that it's probably heading towards the door.
I want to go up to the door, check if it's locked, check if the door was just too heavy for the servant.
It is. It was too heavy.
Okay.
It's not locked. It is not. But imagine that an entrance place to this wouldn't be trapped.
Right.
Like, this is the big civilian entrance. If something was big was happening, like somebody was invading this place, they'd just cut the cable.
Right.
Like getting up. But it's not trapped, not locked, just too heavy for him to pull. You opening the door?
I tell it to step back a little bit, and then I will open the door.
As you open the door, can you make me a dexterity saving throw? As Oxus had gotten its attention, when the door opens, it had already reached that point. He'd reached the door. You had opened it and let it in to the point where you open and it falls forward. You see this grayish, fleshed human, used to be human, rotted, yellow, glowing eyes. As it just reaches out and tries to claw you in the face. Surprised as you are, you're able to jolt back quick enough. As it lumbers forward.
Ah, shit. That's my phobia. That's my fear.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try to run it through.
Yeah, I can give you that.
Do it.
I can give you that.
I fail.
Yeah, you do.
I was
Right.
I was so focused on getting out of the way that I was not able to get a good attack on it.
No, I think you do hit it, even with a nat 1, as it's just slumbering forward. You just get it like right in the stomach, and it just keeps walking through it, and you have to like pull the rapier out and keep backing up as it just keeps moving forward to you unfettered.
Okay. Are we going to go into initiative, or may I try again?
I was gonna say, can I just run up and shove him back into through the doorway? If that's possible, or if it's still Mahangal's go.
I've already had my attack. If we're doing this loosely.
Yeah, I would say that give Oxus one go, and if you're not, and we'll see what happens. Right.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Ooh, would that be a strength?
Yes, it would be if
Shove
you're
it
trying
in
to-
Athletics.
it's an
Athletics.
Versus its athletics.
Or acrobatics. You could always use acrobatics, David.
Yeah, I don't think I will, though. Doesn't matter. It's less that you shove it back in the door. It's more like when you take the Kanabo and you just like blunt check it right to the chest, trying to shove it back. You cave in part of its rib cage as it stumbles back into the other door, flinging the door open as it does. We're all able to look inside the room now, and you see that there are dead bodies sitting at desks like this is supposed to be some sort of like ingress. Like they're supposed to check you in when you get in here. There are people with like their hands on papers and quills, face down on their desks, just dead. There's bodies strewn across the floor, and there's the one moving in this room. You're not sure if the rest of them are actually dead or not.
Can I then close the door?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of the other campaign that we haven't done in a while, the Yawning Portal one.
Yep.
I closed the door.
Yep.
This is your one entrance and exit.
I thought you said there were other doors. Did I mishear that?
No. The two stair sets that lead up, but there's the one door that leads out of this
gotcha.
out of this chamber that you're in.
Just holding the door closed. So
Well,
sorry about that.
Yeah. I wanted to check.
So I forget, door is top of staircase?
Yes.
Yes.
And door opens towards staircase.
Yes.
I've got an idea. Who's got all the sharp weapons?
I have sharp weapons.
And I guess technically mine's a sharp weapon. It's not really a stabby weapon, it's more of a slashy weapon, but it's still got some sharp to it. If he opens the door and falls over, he'll fall onto the sharp weapons. And then we're done.
I mean, I tried that. It seems you need to be a little more accurate than that. I ran him right through the ribs, and it went right between the ribs.
Well, you saw him. You know whether you have to hit him now whenever he falls over.
Hey Moon, do you know anything about zombies?
I said I don't like them. Good.
I could also use Thorn Whip to knock it off the stairs.
Ooh, wait, is it a zombie? What is a zombie's classification?
Dead.
And then I'm gonna heal touch this motherfucker. Let the power of the Lord compel you.
Mistake, is that what it
If
is?
you let him in, I think I would be able to help with this.
Detect magic, no.
At the very least, since I don't have Moon's spell list up because it's on D&D Beyond, I'm saying at the very least he does have Firebolt.
Yep. All right. Well, we know what's on the other side of this door. Anybody not ready?
I'll take its attention, if you want me to.
Is it still thumping on the door?
Yeah.
Mycena, do you have any area of effect spells?
I'm looking. I do have an entangle.
I could try to time it right when he hits the door to where he just falls forward.
I guess that's. Oh, I have a spike growth. I have enlarged reduce, which I'm not sure how that would help.
Make him easier to hit.
Reduce him?
I was gonna say enlarge him, make it easier to hit.
No.
That's how it works, right?
I'm also a little bit confused because on the core, I see under like the weapons I have: Thunder Wave, Flaming Spear, Heat Metal, Moonbeam, Call Lightning. Where is this coming from?
So I added all the spells that you can prepare to your list. You may not have those spells prepared.
Oh, gotcha.
So if we go back and look at your spell list,
Connor?
do what, David?
The fun part about all this?
Hmm.
You rolled a nat 1, but you hit their AC.
So if we look at your spell list, Michelle,
Mhm.
you have Thunder Wave, but it's not prepared.
Gotcha. Now I get it.
Yep. Flaming
So-
Sphere is a spell that you can prepare. Heat Metal is a spell you can prepare, but you do not have prepared.
Wait, I forgot I had this. Guys, I've got a net. What if he walks out the door, he trips into the net, he's all tangled up, and then we just stab him?
It would be something my subclass would give me information on.
I would like everybody to know that it is 9 o'clock in this area of Texas that I am in, and it is still 101 degrees outside.
Yeah, it's awful.
9 o'clock. PM.
93.
It is nighttime.
101.
It's nighttime. The sun is gone. Fuck off with this heat. But
Oh, I know a lot about the undead, so I know about zombies.
if they're your favorite, then you would know. Yes.
I don't have a favorite. I just know a lot about. This is the fighter, monster hunter, supernatural
Mhm.
threats. I learned of unnatural defenses, attacks including those of undead, lycanthropes, and other creatures of horror.
Aberration types. Yeah. Very good against the undead and demon types, not devil types, demon types.
Dope. I wish Daniel actually knew something about zombies. What are they not resistant against? At least I'm guessing bludgeoning doesn't work good on them.
It doesn't really do anything, Bryce. The only damage that they're immune to, they have no resistances. The only damage they're immune to is poison and the poison condition.
Gotcha. Do they not like
so-
holy water?
Well, it's holy things in I have never liked the fact that D&D doesn't treat holy type things as being good against undead things.
Okay.
I don't like that it has never done that. Like,
Or healing,
I
damaging
imagine
them.
yes, that. I love that aspect, and I don't like the fact that 5e doesn't do that. So, healing spells like a healing word will damage the zombies, according to the healing that they would have done. Holy water to the face will do damage. I'll determine how much it does whenever. You would know from your training that zombies, they have an ability that is, on paper, called Undead Fortitude. Meaning that if you drop it to 0 hit points, it makes a Constitution save. If it makes it, it gets back up to 1 hit point, unless the damage is radiant, which would be healing damage as well, or the damage comes from a critical hit.
Is that the only one we heard moving about? Or do we
The
hear
only
more?
one,
It's
that's the only
one I saw moving.
currently heard or seen. The quick
Alright.
look that Oxus had in the next room, all of the rest of them just seem to be still bodies.
So, I open the door, hopefully timed right. He falls down, and we just destroy.
Okay. If you want to make a dexterity check to see if you can time this door pull fast enough.
3. Where the fuck is dexterity? 2. 1.
Okay, and it's gonna make a dexterity saving throw, which it has -2 to.
Yep. So it
So
cannot.
it can't physically make it. So it is gonna, as you open the door, as it goes to hit the door again, it falls flat on its face, and everybody can go ahead and attack.
Pew!
Wow. That would have been a 2.
Oh! Oh!
It didn't get up. Mihongo killed it outright with exactly 22 damage. Kiri smashed it down into pieces, and then Oxus made sure it didn't get back up.
So since Oxus and Kyrie were here, is that another sneak attack?
Yes. It
is.
is dead anyway, but Yes, this is. I understand it's for your mini quest.
I mean, I got sneak attack as it was for, swashbuckler. I just want to check normal.
Yeah. So this happens, and then it doesn't get back up. Like its head is actually smashed. Like you get the sense that with this one encounter, that y'all could very easily surmise that its body can take any of the torment you want to put it through. You have to take its head off. Run it through the brain, blow its head off, take its head, whatever you have to do, destroy the brain.
Oh, because of the great weapon thingy. I think.
Yeah. I rolled 2 2s,
Ah!
so I gotta re-roll them. So I did. So instead of doing 9 plus 12, I actually did
11 plus 12.
no more.
16
Because-
plus 12.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
because I also have to add my strength. So I did 28. I did 28 damage for hitting with the 28. Let's see it.
I did 22 damage on not a crit.
Yeah,
With booming blade. and sneak.
different folks, different strokes.
Either way, zombie's dead. You've learned a little bit. Door's open.
I closed the door.
Why?
Well, do we want to regroup in anything, or do we just want to walk in and figure it out?
I assume by the rotting corpse that the clothes are all rotten and he doesn't really have anything. Do I see anything of value on this corpse?
Ain't shit on this person.
Yeah, I
What
figured.
little amount of like rotted away clothes that you can see left looks to be like a matching bit of cloaks and garbage from the people in the next room. Probably just a matching clerk's outfit.
Was he married? Did he have a ring?
It did. His finger's frozen off and it's gone.
What
Okay.
was it? Human? Was it elf? Was it? Well, probably couldn't tell if it's elf or human, but
Ears are made of cartilage and they have been dead. You know. It is a humanoid. It is not Goliath in nature, as it does have hair. At least, what wispy strands are left.
is it a dwarf?
Yeah, I was gonna say you can tell.
Oh, it is human sized. It
Okay.
is
Human or elf.
yeah.
All right. I saw at least 4 or 5 other people in the next room. They're all dead, but never know with zombies.
I have an idea. I send the open the door, and I send the unseen servant through first.
With the lantern?
Yep.
Alright. It is dark in here.
I'd leave the door open so we can look. Oh,
He has the lantern on at full so they can see much of this room. Does not look like any of the other bodies are moving.
all
Like
right. Let's.
any movement, period, not even like a breath movement.
Even though, you know, zombies don't really need to breathe.
Hey, go kick that one. I tell the unseen servant. It can't make an attack, but
I could try yelling again. It seemed to wake that one up pretty good.
Gently set down the lantern on one of their heads.
Yeah.
I guess I just walk into the room and take a look around.
and I will follow behind.
And I will too.
I'm also gonna let Hivithifern out of the out of his cage, out of his basket, since everything seems to be dead around us. All right, buddy. Then you gotta follow us. You don't just have to sit in the basket right now. Oh yeah, you're so cute.
He is much bigger. Curie, he is of a comparable size to you now. He's still smaller than you, but you know, he might not stay that way for very long.
You can become my little ancient dragon in no time.
Yes. Hongo, what's your passive investigation?
Investigation's only 13 right now. Next level, it'll go up to 15.
What's passive
see what-
investigation?
It's 10
10
plus
10
mod,
plus
right?
investigation
Yeah.
bonus.
I'm not proficient in investigation yet. I'm gonna do that when I get
I
lower
need to
board.
see. I want to see if Moon sees this at least. Not have investigation marks. It's just a 12. So highest passive investigation, I guess, is 13.
Yep.
Which it's still enough to see. It's surprising that the highest is a 13.
Next level, it's gonna go up to 15.
A jack of all trades and all that goodness.
No, I'm taking proficiency because Lord Bard. I get 3 skills,
Fair.
and I'm taking
Um,
persuasion, insight, and investigation.
Okay. On the closest desk on the left, there is a, like I described previously, body clutching papers and a quill face down on the table. You can see the papers themselves have some very scratched handwriting on it. It looks faded and worn. The edges, like the papers themselves, have like nearly frozen.
It is cold here again. Like there is no fire to keep anything warm. Anything cold that is outside up here at the height of these mountains, it is once again gonna be stupidly cold. But you're able to get the paper out from under this guy's body. You're able to read it. Do you read Dwarvish?
I do.
Okay. In Dwarvic runes, it is a very hastily scrawled message. It says, something is wrong with the people in this town. Either people stay in their homes, or they stay out in the streets. There's no in between. There's nobody coming. There is nobody going. Nobody goes anywhere anymore. They're dead that are needing to be buried or burned. They are just piling them up. Don't know what's going on. Let's restarts writing in a much more hastily script. Something is barging on the door. The guards outside seem to be dead. Don't know what's happening. Let's help us.
Well, we seem to know what happened. To a degree.
Oh, is there any lights? Like, can we oversee the city from here or no?
No windows on this building. There's another door at the other end of this chamber that.
Oh, so we're in a building. Okay.
Yes. Like this is like reception.
At the door, does there sound like any kind of shuffling or commotion from what I can hear through the door outside?
I wish I had Ace.
And I'm gonna search around the room for any other
Perception.
I can gather.
Ooh.
Not really. Mycena, on the other hand, it's still faint, like it's much farther away. It's a lot more of them.
A lot more shuffling?
Yeah.
I'd like to search the room, go through drawers, see if I can find any more information.
Okay. Go ahead and you want to make an investigation check real quick? What's up, Mycena?
Oh no, I was just wondering if I needed to tell the party that.
That's up to you. You can keep whatever information you want to yourself.
Okay. I think I can still hear like a couple more. Like, am I able to see or kind of hear like an estimate of how many or?
I would say with a 17, no. You just know that there is a lot, but they are far away, outside the door.
When you say
Is there a ladder up to the roof?
There's no exit out of here other than that door.
When you say a lot, do you mean like tens, hundreds?
Mm,
There might be like 3 of them around the building.
you don't know.
Might be like 15.
I'd say with a 17, you can quickly surmise if you're trying to figure out information about this event, it wouldn't be in any drawers. It would be like this dwarf fellow hastily written in their final moments before death. Find similar notes on a couple of other people in this room. There's one body that has been. It looks like the head. It's fallen onto the ground. It lays. Would be face down on the ground, except his head has been turned around. Like the sides of the back of his rib cage have been like ripped open, and his insides have been scooped out. You imagine that happened by this other guy that you just killed in the other room.
Okay.
I've heard of this thing. Can anyone do that weird, creepy thing and speak to dead things?
I cannot, no.
I mean, I can speak to them.
But like, get him to speak back.
Actually, I don't know. I can animate the dead. Does that let it talk?
Can you talk to them afterwards?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Animate dead just turns them into zombies.
I heard rumor of this elephant man who could do it.
Couldn't have made him talk. Also did it very little.
Well,
Because none of what they seemed to be fighting was ever humanoid.
well, we need to figure out how to tell
Regardless.
someone that there's a problem here.
Regardless.
Boone is like, well, we're not going to get any further sitting in this room. Let's just see what we can see out there.
And Moon heads to the door and is going to open it up. This is going to be the cutoff point for the evening, as I know.
I get my hammer ready to swing down at a zombie entering the door.
Yeah, as some people do have to head to bed for stuff they have to do tomorrow. Open up the doors. The balcony that it exits upon to is empty. You exit the doors, and they are. It's a circular balcony that exits out, but next to the walls of the building that you just exited, bordering the circular balcony, is 2 stair sets that wind down into this city square proper. You see, looking down amongst the city square, just shambling masses of bodies. They're walking in groups. They're walking in groups of 20 to 30 of them. Some of them are like individuals shambling around. You see a couple of them hanging out of storefront windows or housing windows, just wiggling endlessly, looking around and trying to claw their way free of things. In this darkness that is this nighttime that you have reached the city at, you open up the door and look and stare down. You can just see hundreds, maybe thousands of pairs of yellow eyes just walking around the city.
Hell nah.
Are there any lights on?
There are 0 lights here. There's one, actually. I lied. There is one, and it is at the far end of the city where what you would imagine like the manor for the lord of the city is. There are lights on there. Like I said, it is on the far end of the city.
Looks like there are some survivors after all.
And they could have forgot to turn off the lights. Wait, there's no electricity in this world. Wait, there is.
There is what is it? The endless flames or whatever.
There is some electricity, like very basic electrical current, because the gnomes are phenomenal creators.
They could be a continual flame.
But Elf Boy wouldn't know about electricity.
I never mentioned anything about electricity.
He's
I know,
only a
but-
half
Yeah, that would
elf
be me.
boy.
I'm just saying, like you said, you saying that it would be continual flame. It fits because you, as an elf living in the south, would have no knowledge of.
My initial comment was saying that she said that they could have left the lights on, and I said, well, the oil probably would have run out by now, unless it was a continuing flame.
And since your knowledge of the undead would also allow you to know that body, like if a body is made into a zombie, it retains its properties of what it was when it was alive. For the zombie to have been rotten to the degree that it was, it had to at least have been dead for 6 months.
How old did the bodies inside look?
Same. As you look out onto the shambling masses that fill this city,
Noted.
all look similar.
I asked you said it was night?
Ugh.
I'm gonna tell the unseen servant to drag the bodies and toss them down the chute, and give us a place to rest and bar the door. Rest until morning.
As I said, there's no windows and there's no air escape other than the exit for the cart. So you can cart where the cart locks into is not airtight. There's like gaps you would step off both up and down, so like air can escape, smoke can escape. You're fine to set up a fire in here if you want to, but just keep in mind that since there are gaps, it will be cold.
Right. Now I was saying shove the bodies down the gaps.
Hey, before we go to sleep, Moon should probably cast Sending, but that can be done later.
Which is what we will do when we pick up in about 2 weeks' time, because I'm not going to be in town for a bit. Oh.
Could be 2, could potentially be 3, because I'll be gone in a few weeks as well.
Oh, right.
Alright.
Damn. Alright, well, we'll have to figure out something else to do for stream for the next couple of weeks.
We left it off on a bit of a cliffhanger.
No, we're in the cliff.
Come to get first shot.
But yeah, thanks to everybody here. We'll see y'all next time. Goodbye for now.
Dog!
Bye.